Good morning, quilt people and seekers of the world. How you doing? I'm doing great. Excited to be here. Excited about today's topic, right? The problem is the portal. What? Really? Does it have to be? Yes, it does. I'm so grateful for this process. And what I've kind of just accidentally discovered by doing it. It originally started back with the Quilting Cowboy videos. Remember all that? Super fun. But it led me to this process of kind of like adjudicating myself and evaluating my own self on video, right? And as I was kind of, well, quite frankly, losing my health, this became an important tool in me kind of in my journey towards energy work to heal myself. And I just want to be really clear that that's why I started doing and studying shamanism and energy work, was to really try and heal myself from that neurological movement disorder. In this process, in watching myself back, in like adjudicating where I am up here, right, on video, I have been able to often catch myself in a lie, or catch myself in a half-truth, or catch myself saying something that is counter to my North Star, right? Because it's all about that. It's all about where you're going, programming it into the ethers, and then going for the ride. In this manifesting work, in this study of energy work, in this study of how like things actually work, in the stuff behind the stuff, right? I have found a new truth. And I don't do a lot of videos because like I could just stand up here and repeat what I said in the last video. But until I've had another like big aha or big like moment of personal evolution, like there's no point in doing another video unless I have like new material to offer. So what have I learned this time? Okay. I have often been saying in my previous videos that you don't have problems, you just don't know how to manifest yet, right? Have you heard me say that a couple of times? The problem with that is that manifesting often creates more problems, right? And so those two statements are kind of counter to one another. We often believe that if I'm really good at manifesting, I won't have problems, and that's just untrue. Why? Because when we set to manifesting something, remember my first really big ask of the universe was that I wanted to live a life of ease. And then my dog dies. And then all these other things start falling apart, which are all living in service to what I asked for, a life of ease. So where does that leave us? We have to stop looking at pain and problems as the enemy. It's not. Often the pain and problems of the stuff that we do not like is actually still working us towards the goal if we understand how true manifestation works. Manifesting, to my understanding, works like this. So first of all, you have to get clear on what it is you're trying to manifest, and that's actually the hardest part of the whole manifesting mindset. But once you identify the vision, the dream of where you want to go, and you put that into the ethers as your North Star, and all of your words and thoughts are going to live in service to that North Star, like things start to change and things start to unravel and things start to often become painful when you're losing that which is standing in the way of what you have asked for. Pain, we cannot look at as the enemy. The enemy is illusion, the unreal, the non-truth, the stuff that lives in your mind on an imaginary timeline, either in the future or in the past. Illusion is the enemy of the work, not pain. When I first made that first ask, I want a life of ease. Please bring me a life of ease. It's all too difficult. I just need things to be easier, right? put that into the ethers. And then I lose my job. And then my dog dies. And then all these things are happening that are still living in service to where I asked to go, but that I truly do not like. So I've had to really reevaluate, like, what is pain in my life? Because often it's still like, my dog dying. Well, one of the worst things that's happened to me in recent memory, one of the most painful things that's happened to me in recent memory, boy, did that ever live in service to me living a life of ease. After Lewis died and we got this new dog and we have our ducks now, and our property lives in harmony, where the ducks can just wander around and they're fine and the dogs are fine. We don't have to worry about one pet killing another pet, right? Because that wasn't a life of ease. So the pain part, the awful, right? The heartbreak, that is often still living in service to true manifestation. But we gotta know the rules to the game. Step number 1 in manifesting: get clear on your North Star. Where are you going? Right? Then you have to allow the universe to work its magic to get you into that place without resistance to the pain. Right? Because if you're resisting the pain of, oh, I don't like this, you're actually resisting the North Star of where you're heading. Right? So you've got to allow things to fall away in your life, or chaos to come along that feels super painful. Because a lot of times what we're asking for in manifestation is real change. And often real change is really damn painful. Right? We don't like it. We don't like it at all. And yet, it's what's getting us to the goal. So we have to be clear not to name pain as the enemy. It is not. So I need to reevaluate my statements that you don't have problems. You're just not that good at manifesting. When manifesting is often the thing that's bringing the pain and the chaos into your life. So you got to be clear. Are you seeking for a life free of pain? And hey, that can be your North Star, right? But don't be surprised when things fall away, when things go away, when relationships end, when things evolve that feel super painful, right? And still working us towards a goal. Manifesting is now more a science than a belief. The steps, I covered it extensively in my books, How to Manifest, and the main characters all go through their process of evolution and getting into alignment with that which they seek. Because manifesting works like this. You can hustle or you can align. Remember that last video? Covered that a lot. The difference between how to hustle to get there versus how to align to get there. Let's use my new job as an example. So, after my I want a life with ease moment, my next big ask of the universe was for $1 million cash. I got it. How did I do that? How did I go from dead ass broke to $1.4 million? Well, it works like this. And again, you gotta allow the time and the process, and that's the hardest part for people. However, manifesting can be instantaneous, again, if you know the rules and are willing to vibe on that. But most people aren't. Right? They see the painful part and they run away and they're unclear and they're muddled and they have no North Star, and that everything is living in service to, especially your words, especially your thoughts. That's true manifestation. So how did I manifest $1.4 million out of nowhere? Right? Well, like this. So my big ask was like, okay, if I have just enough cash, the majority of my problems will go away. So I wanted to manifest $1 million cash. And so I was like, okay, where to even begin with that? But you can't get bogged down in the how. Like you just can't get bogged down on the details. You just have to trust that you know what you're doing and that it will materialize. A true manifesting moment is like opening a door into a new reality, right? That's instant manifestation, which is only found behind the lens of joy. Joy speeds up your manifesting, right? I want that. That's my North Star. Everything that I think or say lives in service to my $1 million. I am a millionaire, right? Even though I couldn't pay my credit card bills for months, right? It's just late. Sorry, I don't have the money. You know, what could I do? But that's the hardest part. The hardest part of manifesting is divorcing yourself from your five senses. Manifesting lives up here as a reality before it lives out here in reality. Right? You have to be, remember we talked about be, do, have? You gotta be it. I am a millionaire. 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 And all of our manifesting, right, at the deepest level, all comes from that one place. The statements of I am this, I am that, declaring in the strongest sense who you are and where you are, which is I am here today, and this is what I am all about, right? Like as in your vibe is your actual thing. Sorry about that. So, I have in my mind the future that I seek to bring into the now. Most people fail in their manifesting because they look at the world and they language back to the world what they see. Right? So what's coming into you as your world is going back out from you as your world. There's no change there. There's no opportunity for change there. However, when you understand the manifesting mindset, which divorces itself from the five senses and divorces itself from the world and reality that it sees, and yet only sees one thing. It only sees the dream, the vision, right? And that's what you tie yourself to, and that's also where you find your joy. Right? Because we know that joy feeds and like brings in the manifesting even more quickly, right? It feeds the vision, it feeds the dream. So if we know that manifesting is sped up through joy, and yet your reality is I can't pay my bills, I don't have enough money, all this other. If you language any of that, you're just going to continue to have not enough money and no, money for your bills and like all that. I didn't participate in that. Even though that was true in the moment, that wasn't what I was trying to bring into the now. Because I'm trying to change the reality, not language the reality back to reality. So where does the change come from? The change comes from, again, abandoning the five senses and reality, abandoning others. You can only see that future that you're trying to bring into the now. You can only language that vision that which you're trying to bring into the now. That's the only place your mind can tether to. And, like I said, it's the only place that you'll find the joy that you're looking for, even when everything around you is on fire and falling apart. It has been for me for a while, right? Especially financially. I didn't ever say, I'm broke. I said, I'm a millionaire. Do you see that there's an opportunity for change there with the ethers, but we don't trust that we have that much power. We don't trust that the universe is that flexible. We don't trust that we can put into our universe anything that which we seek. We just got to get clear first. Identify your North Star. Speak only of that. Allow your mind only to tether to that. And each day, walk closer and closer and closer to the vision. And when you need joy, see yourself in that eternal future. See yourself stepping onto the red carpet to receive awards as a writer. See yourself having $1 million in your bank account. See yourself having all this future that you want. Abundance isn't something you acquire. It's something you attune to. Got it? You have to tune your vibration, your resonance in the world, your all, to a future that, and it doesn't have to make sense to you. That's the other thing. And that's the hardest part about this is you have to stop thinking. You have to stop observing the world as it is and languaging the world back to itself. You have to stop thinking. You have to stop experiencing. You have to stop everything that is counter to your dream. Only live in the dream. Only live in the dream. Only see the dream. Only talk about the dream. Only bring that into the now. I am a millionaire. I am a millionaire. I am a millionaire. I am happy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am wise. And in the North Star, right, where you're going, it doesn't have to be super clear. You can just have kind of vague ideas of the feeling that you want your life to have, whether it's a life of ease, whether it's a life of abundance, whether it's a life of wealth, whether it's a life of importance. It doesn't have to be more specific than that, right? That's where I'm going. I'm going to a life of abundance. I'm going to a life where I am lit up, where I am engaged in my life, where I have work that I love, and I'm surrounded by people who engage back with me. That's where I'm going. And that's the only thing I think about. That's the only thing I talk about, right? And that's the only thing I see. And it's the only place that I find my joy, right? Because you can't look forward to your dream without smiling. Look forward to your life. The universe speaks to us very clearly. It just doesn't speak to us in the way that we like. Right? Because it speaks to us by way of pain. It speaks to us as, that's super painful. Don't do that. Go the other way. Right? If it's hot, there's searing pain, right? The pain is the language of the universe saying, don't do that. That's painful. That's wrong. Same with our mind. When we look back into our past, we experience pain. We experience lovelessness. We experience regret. We experience a lot of things. So that's the universe saying to us, don't go back, right? Don't go back into your past because there's pain there, a lot of pain. Abandon it. Abandon it completely. You really don't ever need to live in the past. There's nothing there for you other than illusion. And again, illusion is the number one enemy of the work. Don't go there. Follow your joy. Follow your joy of looking forward to your hopes and dreams and bringing it into today. Then, once your, life starts to change and you're still holding that vision for you and things that are happening that are super painful and super dense and super terrifying and all these other things start to happen, can you find joy in that? Because those painful things are happening to you to get you to your goal. Right? We can't lose sight of that. And I can't believe how short-sighted I was in languaging the opposite, right? Me saying that if you don't really have problems, you're just not that good at manifesting yet. Well, you might actually be really good at manifesting. It's just the manifesting comes with a whole lot of pain. So enjoy. Right? You can hustle or you can align. I could have gone out to the real estate world and done open houses and a million things to do to try and sell one house at a time. I didn't have to do that. I got clear. I'm a millionaire. And I'm open to opportunities that lead me to that truth. I am a millionaire. I am a multi-millionaire. I am $1 billion a year talent. That's my truth. So then, I lose my job and I'm like, and I'm trying to find my way through the regular real estate world, and the world kind of bumps me along, right? And I end up in this new real estate office because my other one just dissolved and went away. But that felt like an inkling. It had the whispers of I was in the right place. So I end up at this new brokerage firm where I introduced to this woman who is working with a developer who's developing my backyard up here on this mountain. Because that's been a huge part of my problem in real estate is I just live so remotely. How am I supposed to sell houses that are an hour away? I get introduced to this developer. Her and I hit it off really well. And she can't believe my extensive background in everything from prefab housing to city planning to design. You're like, oh, the entire bandwidth of my skill set available to her, which she was just thrilled about. Like, she really saw me from the beginning as a wingman for her new company, which is developing sustainable cities globally, all over the world. I didn't even have to leave my house for the job interview. She flew from the Netherlands here to Southern California and then took a car and got here to my house. I didn't even have to leave the house for the job interview. I then introduced her to the prefab housing company that I used to work for. And they have agreed to give me a flat fee of $15,000 for every house that I sell. And then she wants to buy 93 houses from a prefab housing company. That's $1.4 million. That's how you manifest. You align. I wasn't hustling. I was aligning to my truth. I'm $1 billion a year talent. I am a millionaire. 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 And then I was. The real trick, again, is to abandon the information you're being sold from this world, from your 5 senses. Because if I sat there and go, I'm broke, I can't pay my bills this month, woe is me, and I need to, get crazy about the fact that I don't have any money to pay my bills, and then there's this whole, you become this energy vortex of lack. No. Quiet. Peace. Serenity. Direction. Alignment. Alignment to my truth. And my truth is that I am a millionaire. My truth is that I'm a best-selling author. My truth is that I'm $1 billion a year talent, and no one can take that away from me. I will align my life. I will align my relationships. I will align to the dream and the vision that I hold in my North Star. And that's the only thing I see. That's the only thing I talk about, right? Is bringing that future into the now. You have to prioritize your daydreaming. You have to prioritize seeing it. Because if you can't see it, they never will. I promise you. Right? Personal power. That's what we're talking about right here. Personal power to manifest on that level can only ever be granted to self by self. So what does that say about our daily practice? Where should our mind be? In our daily meditations and our daily way of being in the world. Bless self. Honor self. Bring in all the gifts for you, by you. You're the only one who can do that for you. So in our daily meditation and daily practice of mindfulness, right, I work actively with others and with myself to develop a practice of self-honor. I bless myself. I bring in all the gifts. I bring in all the health. I bring in all the wealth. I welcome and I adopt a receiving position with the universe to receive that which I seek. I seek more money. I seek more abundance. I seek more wealth, right? I am. I am. I am. There's no more powerful statement than that. Get grounded in that. I, me, individuated, alone, right? In a state of being sovereign from others. They do not exist. There are not others. This is a journey for one. I am. I am happy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am wise. I am a millionaire. I am $1 billion a year talent. I am a movie maker. I bless myself. I honor myself. I bring in all the personal power, and I welcome all the gifts that the universe has for me. Only you can do that for you. No one else. Do that. Do that for you. And know the rules to the manifesting game. Get in alignment with it, but then don't be surprised when super painful things start to happen. That doesn't mean it's not working. Sometimes it means that it is. Don't shortcut the process because of the pain. The pain is the portal. Lock on. Grab that future and bring it into today. Anyways, that's where we are today. I wanted to thank you so much. I hope that you got something out of this video. I do have a couple of big book launches coming up. Foreign to Me, as you know, was launched a few weeks ago and went #1 in men's inspirational fiction and gay literature and a whole bunch of other stuff. But book 2 in the series is going to be launched next week, the 21st of May, 2024. So watch for that. Both books are now available on Audible as audio books. So if you go to Audible and search either my name or Foreign to Me, which is book 1, or Broken Like Me, which is book 2, those are there for you as well. Anyways, I hope you're doing great, and I will talk to you soon. All right, bye.